The way we normally start off, and those of you who have been here for a while, I normally give a state of InfoAge, what we've done in the past year, where we're going, and so forth. And I'd like to start off again that all in all, we've had a pretty good year since the last time we met here. One bad thing, and a lot of people have seen it on Facebook or emails, is that we had to cancel our best fundraiser, which is Camp Evans, the Base of Terror, CBOT. It just boiled down to that there was too much competition on the outside. The return on investment was really not good. Our volunteers were getting burned out. And it ate up a large part of our campus for 6 months. It really looked like a garbage dump because people didn't know that's what the haunted hotel was. You're literally walking through a garbage dump and getting scared to death. But when we first did it years ago in 2006, it was basically going to be an interim fundraiser just to help us until we could get a funding stream. So it's actually cut out 2 years earlier than I wanted it to, but we have methods and means in order to overcome the shortfall. This loss of funding has impacted our work on Broadway. That's the long hallway running down through the H buildings. We're about $12,000 short in completing it, but hopefully we're going to have the money by next year. Now the good things. Thanks to our great landlord, Wall Township, we had a spring cleaning of our grounds where they took out 11 dumpsters of garbage. And if you've driven around our campus, now a lot of that was left over from CBOT. And if you've driven around our campus here, you'll see green lawns. We didn't even know there was grass down there in some places. Now we're going to get to work in the insides of our buildings, and we're laying on about another 10 or 12 dumpsters. We got a $20,000 grant from Akeley's and Bodman Foundation, and this allowed us to redo our website. And also, down at the Tyros building, down at the Diana site, we replaced all the old windows, had the place painted. And in our summer space exploration week, we're giving out 15 scholarships to financially stressed families in Asbury, Neptune, and Wall Townships. Now, the guys over here at table number 4 are happy about this, but Building 9010C, which is going to be the home of the Electronic Warfare Signals Intelligence Pavilion, is ready to be worked on. And they're already set up, and they're starting to work on it right now. So by the next time you come here, we're going to have a fully functioning EW SIGINT pavilion. Building 9010B and Ray Chase and the Radar Pavilion is next on the agenda. We installed 5 ADA ramps with a community development block grant that we in Wall Township went after. Now all of our museums, pavilions, and exhibits are ADA accessible, which is fantastic. And finally, on the campus side, we had a new plaque at ISEC given to us by the IEEE about a month ago, commemorating the detection of radar signals reflected from the moon on January 10th, 1946. It was the first time that radar signals penetrated the ionosphere from Earth to the moon and back, proving that you could communicate with an object in orbit. This was actually the success of the Army Signal Corps Project Diana can actually be considered the beginning of the space age. Now, in programs, the Vintage Computer Federation that we have here had 800 attendees over 3 days in March. These people came from Poland. Some of these people came from Poland, Brazil, France, the Netherlands. And our best Christmas holiday train show ever, we had over 3,000 people at that. The Military Technology Museum continues to expand and enhance its exhibits with a another 3,000 square foot expansion highlighted by the Berlin airlift. Now we also have a new one over there with, let's say, life-size dummies of Churchill, Stalin, Hitler, Tojo. Now, if you want to get your picture taken, the only person we're missing is Roosevelt, and we're getting him made right now. So if you want to be with a couple of dictators and figure out with your friends and drive them a little bit nuts, you can do that over there also. And our 100th anniversary of the signing of the armistice for World War I, we unveiled our World War I armistice exhibit right down the hallway. And one of the highlights of it was noted author Richard Connors with his new book called The Road to Armistice, 1918. And last on this part, we continue to host the St. Bernard Project. These are the folks who are continuing to work for the remediation and restoration of the shore following Hurricane Sandy, or Superstorm Sandy. A lot of people think it's over because it was 7 years ago. There's still a lot of people in dire distress, and we have over 500 volunteers so far this year who have come in to help them. And now the last thing I'm going to talk about is education. Our mission, if you look at our mission, it's education, children. Okay, we have lost so many technology jobs in Monmouth County over the past 10, 20 years, and this is where we're trying to restore some of that. Our members, our education committee, is pushing STEM like it's going out of style. Last year we had 1,800 students come here, from homeschoolers to students from Rensselaer Polytech Institute, to see what we had and to listen to our people. Tom Sedergren and Jules Belicio established a Speakers Bureau with over 60 science, technology, and history subjects that we can take on the road or give here. And thanks to John Henry, one of our board members who isn't here tonight, we hosted the Central New Jersey Steam Tank Competition with over 1,600 students, teachers, and parents on one Saturday in March. You want to see this place go nuts with 1,600 people in it? And also in March, we had Kim Arcand, who is an imaging specialist for NASA's Chandrick X-ray Observatory, who spoke on how to color the universe in 2D and 3D. If you've ever seen those pictures on the internet of the beautiful, nebula in space, she's one of the ones that puts together various pictures, radio pictures, electronic pictures, whatever it might be, and is able to post them. And she also showed us a 3D, okay, this big, model of Cassiopeia, which was 11,000 light years away. We're trying to get something like that for our ISEC exhibits. And last but not least on this, a student intern program we have right now with Wall High School and also with Communications High School. Near future, if you're interested in how to eat in space, Frank O'Brien, who's sitting over there at the table, is going to show people how you eat in space next Sunday at 2 o'clock at the Diana site. We're also having a wine and cheese party on the 12th. Again, people will be able to talk to the moon. And then on the 20th, 21st, we're going to have a moon landing celebration. No, we have people who can talk to the moon even without drinking. I want to just want to let you know that. You can hear it back, too, which is amazing. And then exhibits, we have an exhibit that's pretty near and dear to us. It's known as the New Jersey 9/11 Never Forgotten. And it's a tribute and learning center to all the first responders from New Jersey who answered the call at 9/11. We're going to be opening it up, probably a soft opening in the summer and a hard opening on 9/11. And we have artifacts, dioramas. We expect people to go in there, be sad when they're in there, come out angry so they never forget. And by this time next year, many of our exhibits will have touchscreen kiosks, something which we've been after for a long time. And thanks to a couple of grants from Manasquan Bank, we're able to do it. Okay, now a quick advertisement. All right. I'd like you to take a look at our silent auction, the stuff we have over there. We have items of immense sentimental value, okay, to someone. I mean, seriously, when people dropped them off this morning, they cried. Some of them tears of sadness, some tears of joy. And the rest of the items, you look over there, they fell off a truck in Hoboken last night. And really, we appreciate your donations. Gloria and I are going to be taking the proceeds. We're going to be heading down to AC tomorrow to hit the sports bet. We understand there's a couple of good bets we can place. But seriously, every penny we get goes right back into this place. And many of you know that, and many of you contributed to it in the past, and we appreciate it. And to my left, against the far wall on the radiator covers is our new veteran tile program. This is special. Many places you go, you want to honor someone, they give you a brick. So you put it on the ground, you put 3 words on it or 3 lines on it, and people walk on it. All of a sudden after a period of time, it gets all messed up. We're looking at something a little different. We're taking ceramic 8x10 tiles, full color, anything you want to put on it, pictures, words, medals, a uniform, an individual, a friend, family member, it doesn't make a difference. You tell us what you want, and we will prepare a tile for you, and it's going to go on Broadway, down between our museum exhibits, our museums. And again, it's going to be covered. It's going to be on a national, good Lord, I just forgot the words. Would you believe that? That doesn't happen often, Claire. National Historic Landmark. Okay, we got that one. But it's going to be there, so you know it's going to be there as long as we're alive anyway. So again, just think about that. And now a special thank you I want to put out to Gloria Kudrick, my wonderful right hand, and also my second mother, probably third wife. I'll tell you, I get... a few of us were involved in setting this place up, for tonight and getting everything involved. But she was the one who put all this together, from cleaning and waxing the floors here and in the lounge, to setting up the tables, by setting up the tables, I'm talking about literally rolling the tables out and setting them up. Tablecloths, place settings, chairs, everything along those lines. And she made the centerpieces, and she also did the hors d'oeuvres you see, the crackers and the cheese and et cetera that's in the center of your table. Please join me in giving her a well-deserved round of applause. And now, as Porky Pig used to say, that's all, folks. Please enjoy your dinner, and we'll continue with the program during dessert. Thank you very much.